Oh, hello, I'm at Central Park South. Here you see the park. It's beautiful. At Columbus Circle. That's this circle called here where the traffic goes around. Yeah, Central Park is always nice to walk, but in the summer it can get really hot. So I'm here in a shopping mall with all the stores, fancy stuff. But my question is, what I want to talk quickly about, how to become rich. And it's pretty easy. It's easier than it sounds. When you look at the rich, you have to look at two things, and then you can learn from them. It's their spending habits and their income habits. So from a spending point of view, they watch the average millionaire in the US service show. They watch really a lot what they spend on, and they are very careful. Like they drive 10 years old cars or 12-year-old cars, and they don't overspend on big items like a home, a house. It's always within their budget. It's always makes sense financially, and it's not like overspending. The middle class usually overspends. They buy brand new cars. They waste a lot of money on big items and also small items. They don't think about like the Starbucks coffee every day. The $5 comes into $20,000 or $15,000 on the long run. They don't think about that. So middle class is spending a lot. They want fancy stuff, electronics and clothes and fashion and perfume and jewelry and nice haircuts. And the rich people always think about how much does it cost, does it make sense, and they don't get sucked into emotional spending. Like I think the rich don't. They really are thoughtful about it, and they have a budget, and they don't get sucked in commercial advertising. It's a lot of brainwash done, and people always think, oh, the middle class thinks, oh, I'm not up to date. I need this car, I need this status symbol, and then I become great. And just if I have the new BMW and the new Mercedes, then people will look up to me, and then I'm a great guy. And I think the rich people in America, the average rich millionaire, doesn't function that way. They're very thoughtful and careful about their spending. Okay, and then the other part is, of course, the job. Usually they make a six-figure, 100,000 above. They're very focused on their work, and they're very good with it, what they do, and they always want to do the career, and they have goals, and they work more than the average, I would say, and they are smart with it, and they are very thoughtful, and they have a good education usually, and they're self-employed, or they have a management career, or they're in programming, software, data analysts, and so on, or in banking, and they really have goals. And if their job doesn't get them a raise, they will switch it, and they always think about how to increase their income and how to get better at work. And they really write down usually their goals, or they have goals, and they're driven, and they want to change something and become successful. That's one of their things. And middle class usually complains about work. They're not happy, they're not grounded. The rich one is usually grounded and pretty happy. Of course, they also have their problems, and not everything is great. And I think that just from an emotional point of view, from habits and attitude, it's just different. I think if you give a poor $1 million, they may waste it within a year or half a year. They just spend it and throw it out. And the rich, they have the money, and they're thoughtful. They think a day or two or three or months before they buy some big item, and they think, does it make sense? And that's pretty much the secret about it, and how to become rich and how to stay rich. Okay, that's all for today from Central Park, south of Central Park in New York. Bye.